guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Mr. Mime, who is a psychic fairy type, and even though it's called Mr. Mime, it's about 50-50 with the gender ratio split, 50% male, 50% female, in the chances of I guess chances of catching it, but also of it occurring. But yeah, Mr. Mime is a psychic fairy type. I don't know if I already said that, but yeah, psychic fairy type, and does kind of look a little bit like a mime. It's humanoid shaped, but it looks like it's wearing gloves, but it looks like, when some people draw frog fingers, they're a little bit rounder at the end. It's kind of got at the end of the glove a little bit rounder with pink circles in the middle of them, kind of like cat toe beans. I don't know. It's a weird cat frog hand thing. And he's got elf shoes on and a very cheerful expression on his face. And I thought, you know what, why not build a little outdoor theatre? And I really like how it turned out. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I kind of just went for it, And I even tried round rooms. What? Okay. I don't know. There's just something about round rooms that recently I've just been yeah, let's do more of those. And I don't know why, because they're the most painful things on this planet. Well, maybe not on the planet, but probably within the game. Actually, yeah, let me know down below, what do you think is the most painful thing in this game in terms of building, casts, and gameplay? I'll give them 3 separate categories because they are 3 separate things. Within building, I would probably say round rooms are the most annoying. Because a lot of the other things I have issues with, there are fixes, there are ways around it, but yeah, other times there's not, so it's... Yeah, round rooms glitching. You'll see right at the end I try and do some terrain paint, and it just does not like what I'm doing. So, yeah, around the edge of the stage area, I tried to do a little bit of terrain paint and whatnot, and it just didn't like it. But yeah, let me know in terms of okay, yes, building, but also if you do casts or gameplay, what is the most annoying thing you guys come across or experience? Now, I know there's a lot of, bug fixing happening. They've been doing it for a while now, which is pretty good. Focusing on a lot of things. And I do know that, the bigger bug issues they're working on will take some time to fix. But, you can even include things that they have since fixed, Even if they go and fix round rooms and they never go glitchy and weird, I still think they will always be my biggest pain. Always, without a doubt in my mind. They will be. So, yeah, let me know, even if it has been fixed, do you agree or disagree on specifically for building round rooms being the worst? Roofing is also something that is the worst. Sometimes it's pretty easy, and sometimes you just look at it and you go, how am I meant to do that? What on earth is this? And I get that, and I feel that, but I feel round rooms are worse than roofing. So yeah, let me know what you think though, because not everybody has to agree with what I think and feel. Sometimes there are things I haven't really even thought about, yeah. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, we are building an outdoor theatre. I built it in Tartosa because I feel this would be a place that you would genuinely see in, I don't want to say Italy, but in Europe. I'm not going to limit it to Italy. I feel you could see this in many places in Europe where there is a nice beautiful outdoor theatre and there's a beautiful view. This one's by the ocean, so there's probably going to be beautiful sea breeze, and they probably do things like New Year's concerts and things like that, so people come here to celebrate, and maybe this is where the town celebrates. And yeah, they just put on lots of performances and things like that here, and I don't know, I really had fun with this build. It's something that you'd never really think about building, It's just not something that you'd think, I mean, maybe you have built it before and you have thought about it, but for me personally, it's not something that I would think about building, because like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would I build something like this? But it did make it's I love it. I enjoyed it. And by the way, it doesn't make sense, I mean, there's no real functionality to it. So I find with a lot of the builds I do within this game, there's not a lot of functionality to what I've done, but I enjoy it. So like, I'm gonna build some of these useless slots. And I do know people can use these quote-unquote useless slots in like things like machinimas, which I think is super cool, because I'm fairly new to understanding them. I don't know, like I've kind of known about them for a while, but I don't really follow any or watch any, which I should, because the amount of effort and energy that goes into making one, I can imagine just how much, especially if you do it all yourself. Like, if you do all of the building, if you do all of the cast creation, the storyline, the like setup of everything, the controlling all the characters and making them do the thing that you want them to do for the scene, and even voiceovers and stuff like that. Like, that's a lot of work. So yeah, if you do watch machinimas or have one, chuck it down below. Let me know if you watch them, what's your favorite one, what's one you definitely recommend. And if you do make them, yeah, feel free to chuck it down below. I don't really, like, some people might be like, oh, that's I'm inviting it. Self-advertise away. If you have a machinima, I'd love to know. I don't know. I do understand some people want their content to be about what they're making, and, you know, I totally respect that. I don't want people to go to all my videos and just spread stuff about them all over the place. But, you know, this one specifically, I'm more than happy for machinima talk to happen, because, you know, I'm building out a theatre. Like, it kind of makes sense, because that's kind of what machinimas are, is it's a form of theatre. I don't want to say theatre per se, but it's a part of the arts, and I think, yeah, let's spread it. Let's talk about it. Let's share them. You know, I know some people do some really romantic ones, some people do like action ones, some people do spooky ones, some people do really light-hearted ones, and I want to hear about them all. I don't necessarily think I'll watch anything spooky, but then again, with Sims, I don't know how scared I will get. I don't know. If you do have a spooky one and you think it'll spook me, which, to be fair, I'm pretty easily spooked, yeah, let me know. Because I don't know, I feel like sometimes I just put on a video and I'm not even paying attention to it, not even watching it properly. Like, I'm just kind of drowning out the silence. I don't know if that makes any sense, you know? So I definitely want to be a bit more aware and considerate of what I'm watching, so that I'm not just watching, I don't want to say slop, but sometimes I find myself coming back to the video I'm watching and paying attention a little bit, and I'm like, why am I watching this? Like, this is not at all entertaining. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, it is not Sims content that makes me feel like, that's not what I'm talking about. There's other, I watch many different types of things. One of my favorite things to watch is documentaries. I do love learning and, you know, learning about the world and things like that, and things that have happened. And sometimes when I just want to put something on the background and listen to absolutely, like, intentional trash, I'll put on, like, videos about how this influencer did this bad thing or whatever. And by trash, I don't mean it's trashy or bad or anything like that, but it's not educational. I mean trash in a good way. Like, we all have that little trashy thing we like to watch that it just entertains us, and we like watching it. So if you do make content like that, please be aware, I'm not calling your content trash. It's just, that's the vibe of it, you know? That's the content it is, and I love it. I gobble it up when I am looking, I don't know, I have to be specifically in that mood. You know, recently I've been very much into watching a lot of Sims building, but I feel like I'm slowly coming out of that, and I'm getting more into document series or informational series, which I guess, yeah, like, people talking about scams and stuff like that, it kind of crosses over, because it's still informational, but it's a bit more dramatic, you know? yeah, I guess the difference between the two categories is one is super dramatic and one is not. One is just like super informational. I mean, yeah, some of the presenters in the informational ones can be a little bit dramatic with what they're saying, and you know, it's to be entertaining, and I love it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I do love. I don't know. I just love learning about new things and getting more information and expanding my little brain cell, because it's fun. I don't know. I'm someone who personally loves to learn. Personally loves to expand my horizons and my brain power. I don't want to say brain power, but yeah, what I know, I guess, is the best way to put it. So yeah, that's pretty much that on that front. I do also watch TV shows sometimes. Movies not as often, but I'm not really into TV shows at the moment either. I go through cycles where I watch a lot of YouTube documentaries, or documentaries made and put on YouTube, and then I'll go and watch a bunch of TV shows, and then I'll come back and watch the documentaries, and just flip-flop back between the two of them. And that's what I love, is there's just so much to watch no matter what you want to watch. And, you know, the people who have made it this far, you've chosen to watch this, and that makes me feel very happy, because I'm just a gal sitting in front of a computer, mumbling about random nonsense and sharing my Sims builds. So I hope you guys enjoy it, because I don't know, it's just something fun I do. I enjoy it, and yeah, I don't know, I hope you guys do too, because this is very fun for me, and I hope it's entertaining for you. And if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a new video pretty much every single day, just not the last couple of days of February. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.